about amino acid estimation like L-glutamate and GABA estimation by reverse phase HPLC using Accq-Tag pre-column derivatization method. I will also describe about how to plot calibration curve by RP HPLC, and I will take internet standard real serine as an internal standard. First of all, standard curve and GABA and glutamate concentration in the samples will be determined by Accq-Tag pre-column derivatization method. Accq-Tag reaction is performed at 55 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes. So this is the table for pre-column derivatization reaction. Standard means GABA, glutamate standard, and the samples, test samples, volume 10 microliter. First, we have to apply this 10 microliter volume of standard and sample in the reaction vial. We can take small glass reaction vial of 200 microliter capacity, or we can take PCR tube also okay for this. Then apply the company supplied borate buffer 70 microliter. We have to vortex for 10 seconds and spin down. Then we have to add Accq-Tag reagent, which is prepared by mixing acetonitrile 1 ml to the 1 reagent vial reagent supplied, and then it should be properly stored at minus 20 degrees centigrade. Then after applying Accq-Tag reagent 20 microliter, we have to vortex it again and spin down. Then we have to incubate at 55 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes. Likewise, I have taken 2, 6, and 18 ppm GABA and glutamate. Its concentration was 99% and 98 SA was percentage SA was 99% and 98% respectively. So GABA and glutamate were taken with 2 ppm final concentration, L-serine as internal standard. All the samples were filtered through 0.45 micrometer filter and diluted 1,000 times. And if the sample is too concentrated, we can further dilute it. These samples, GABA and glutamate standards were prepared in 0.1 NOAH, sodium hydroxide. For the amino acid estimation by RP HPLC, where we can take mobile phase A, that is acetate phosphate buffer. Composition is 25 millimolar acetate and 6.25 millimolar hydrogen phosphate, pH 6.8. Mobile phase B, acetonitrile absolute. After running, post-run 10-minute washing is necessary with acetonitrile, and that is followed by 25-minute equilibration with mobile phase A. Excitation was 250, emission 390 nanometer, gain was 100, attenuation 4, filter 5 seconds, and C18 column was used. This is the run parameter. Time, percentage A, percentage B, as shown in the table. And flow was 1 ml per minute, and column temperature was 35 degrees centigrade. For 20 minutes, then result is obtained. We can analyze. First, we can prepare a calibration curve for GABA and L-glutamate. This is the standard curve for GABA. Left side column is CA. CA means concentration of analyte, that is GABA. And CIS, middle column. Left middle is CIS. CIS means concentration of internal standard, that is L-serine, that is 2 ppm. 2 ppm for all the concentration of GABA. And AA, CA by A, x-axis CA by CIS. CA means concentration of analyte, means concentration of GABA, by CIS means concentration of internal standard. Y-axis is AA by AIS. AA means area of HPLC, area of analyte, and AIS means area of internal standard. So by employing this X and Y axis value, we can plot calibration curve for GABA. So in the X axis, there is CA by CIS, concentration of analyte, means GABA by concentration of internal standard, that is L-serine. And on the y-axis, area of analyte means area of GABA by area of internal standard. Likewise, we can prepare a standard curve for L-glutamate. Left hand side is the concentration in ppm of L-glutamate. Left middle is CIS, concentration of L-serine, that is 2 ppm. And x-axis and y-axis values can be drawn from as described before. And then we can plot y-axis against x-axis, x value like this as shown in the graph. This is for L-glutamate. Now for GABA, ppm, first is 0 ppm, 1.98 ppm, 5.94 ppm, 17.82 ppm, area of GABA, like this as shown in the table. Then area of L-serine obtained. Then x-axis. X-axis means CA by CIS, concentration of analyte means GABA by concentration of IS, means this ppm of GABA is divided by 2. Y-axis is area of analyte, HPLC area of GABA by HPLC area of L-serine. So Y value is now drawn like this. Then this is for standard curve, and sample value. Sample was diluted 1000 times, like sample 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or some sample were 10,000 times dilution. First sample was diluted 1000 times. Its area is 75764 GABA area, and L-serine area was 86267. Then we can plot y-axis. We can draw y-axis. Y-axis means area of analyte by area of internal standard. So by dividing area of GABA by L-serine, then we can obtain y-axis. And for x calculation, we have to divide this value like 0.87825 y-axis value by the slope. Slope means 0.3213 slope of the standard curve. So we can obtain x value. X means y 0.3213. Y value divided by the slope 0.3213. So likewise we can calculate x value. Then we can obtain GABA ppm. For determination of GABA ppm, this x value is multiplied by 2, because 2 ppm GABA, 2 ppm L, 2 ppm L-serine was used, so we have to multiply it by 2. So then GABA can be obtained. GABA ppm, as GABA means concentration of analyte, that is GABA, and we have x value 1.1471 like this. X is equal to CA by CIS. So this value equals to Ca means GABA concentration divided by concentration of internal standard means that is 2 ppm L-serine. So we can obtain Ca concentration of analyte means GABA by multiplying the Cx value by 2. So likewise we can calculate final GABA means it was 1000 times diluted means this value GABA ppm should be multiplied by 1000 and this is final GABA ppm and final GABA mg per dl. And to obtain in the form of mg per deciliter, we have to divide by final GABA ppm by 10 and to obtain in the form of gram per deciliter, we can further divide it by 1000. So 0.2294 like this is the GABA concentration gram in gram per deciliter. So likewise we can calculate the final GABA concentration in on the samples. Likewise for L-glutamate concentration, this is the ppm L-glutamate used for standard curve determination, and this is area of HPLC area of glutamate. This is area of L-serine. Then we can calculate the x-axis, y-axis. Then we can calculate x value by dividing this y-axis by the slope of L-glutamate. Slope of L-glutamate. Sorry, I mistaken in the case of GABA. This is we have to obtain the x calculation. This here for the case of GABA we have to divide it by 0.7656. 0.7656, and for real glutamate we have to divide this y value by slope 0.3213 of L-glutamate. Then we can obtain x value for glutamate concentration estimation. Then we have to multiply by this x value by 2 because internally standard means L-serine concentration was 2 ppm. Then likewise final GABA ppm, final glutamate ppm, final glutamate in the form of mg per deciliter and in the form of gram per deciliter can be obtained. So likewise we can analyze sample concentration, GABA concentration and glutamate concentration like this.